Probiotics are everywhere, but are they really? The magic pill for seniors or just an expensive trend? Welcome, dear readers, to an in-depth exploration of a topic gaining significant attention in the health community, especially among seniors and those caring for elderly loved ones, probiotics. Before we delve into the intricate details, it's paramount to emphasize that all information presented in this article is for general informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Each individual's health needs are unique, and it is absolutely essential to consult with your doctor or a healthcare professional before making any health-related decisions, particularly when considering the use of any dietary supplements, including probiotics, especially for older adults or those with underlying health conditions. You've likely encountered probiotics everywhere, from yogurt cartons proudly proclaiming "good for digestion" on supermarket shelves to a vast array of dietary supplements available online or in pharmacies and even in traditional fermented beverages. The promises associated with these products are often enticing: improved digestion, boosted immunity relief from uncomfortable gut symptoms, and even enhanced mood or cognitive function. But do these appealing claims truly hold up, particularly when applied to the senior demographic, a group with distinct health needs and physiological characteristics? Are probiotics genuinely a miracle cure, capable of significantly improving quality of life in old age, or are they just another marketing trend that's been overhyped without robust scientific backing? In this comprehensive journey of discovery, we will meticulously unpack every aspect of probiotics. We'll start with the most basic scientific concepts, then dive into how they interact with the human body, specifically the aging gut microbiome. We will examine the latest and most reliable scientific evidence regarding the potential benefits of probiotics for common health issues in seniors, ranging from digestive health and the immune system to bone health and even mental well-being. Simultaneously, we will not overlook the potential risks, the crucial safety considerations, and the smartest ways to choose a probiotic product that is both effective and appropriate for your needs. Our ultimate goal is to equip you with comprehensive knowledge so you can make informed and well-reasoned decisions for your own health or that of your loved ones. Let's embark on this quest for the truth about probiotics. To objectively assess whether probiotics truly offer benefits to older adults, we must first establish a solid understanding of what they are and the vital role of the gut microbiome in the human body. Simply put, probiotics are live microorganisms, primarily various types of bacteria, and sometimes certain yeasts, that when administered in adequate amounts, confer a health benefit on the host. It's crucial to distinguish these beneficial microorganisms from the germs we typically try to avoid. On the contrary, they are tiny friendly inhabitants that live symbiotically within our bodies, helping to maintain essential biological functions smoothly and efficiently. In the world of probiotics, there are thousands of different strains, but the two main groups most extensively studied and widely used include lactobacillus, commonly found in fermented dairy products like yogurt and cheese, known for its ability to produce lactic acid. The second group is bifidobacterium, also prevalent in dairy products and supplements, which plays a significant role in fiber digestion, beneficial short-chain fatty acid SCFA production, and immune system enhancement. Additionally, a beneficial yeast called Saccharomyces boulardii is often used as a probiotic, particularly effective in supporting the treatment and prevention of antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Each probiotic strain, even within the same group, possesses unique characteristics and delivers specific health benefits, a critically important point we will discuss in more detail later. Probiotics do not operate in isolation. They are an integral part of an incredibly complex and vast ecosystem residing within our gut, known as the gut microbiome. This is a massive community of trillions of microorganisms, including a vast array of bacteria, viruses, fungi, and other single-celled organisms, all coexisting and interacting with each other, as well as with the host body. Imagine our gut microbiome as a diverse rainforest. When this rainforest is healthy, it thrives with numerous different species of plants and animals, creating a balanced and sustainable environment. Similarly, a diverse and balanced gut microbiome is the cornerstone of health. It's not merely where food is digested and absorbed. Its role extends to many other critical aspects of overall well-being, earning it the moniker of the body's second brain. Its functions include aiding in digestion and nutrient absorption, by breaking down complex carbohydrates that the human body cannot digest on its own. producing essential vitamins such as vitamin K and certain B vitamins. Providing protection against pathogens by forming a physical and chemical barrier that prevents harmful bacteria from establishing and overgrowing. Regulating the immune system with roughly 70–80% of the body's immune cells residing in the gut, and influencing mood and brain function through a complex communication network known as the gut-brain axis. This is precisely why probiotics have become a topic of particular interest in the field of senior health. Like every other organ and system in the body, the gut microbiome also undergoes significant changes as we age. The aging process, along with age-related factors such as dietary shifts, reduced physical activity, frequent medication use, especially antibiotics and stomach acid suppressants and chronic diseases, can all impact the composition and function of the gut microbiome. Scientific studies have shown that in older adults, the gut microbiome often exhibits several characteristic changes: a decrease in bacterial diversity, notably a decline in beneficial bacteria like bifidobacterium and lactobacillus, an increase in the number of potentially harmful or pro-inflammatory bacteria, leading to an imbalance known as dysbiosis, a reduced ability to produce short-chain fatty acids (SCFAs), which are crucial compounds that nourish gut cells and possess strong anti-inflammatory properties, a weakening of the gut barrier leading to increased intestinal permeability, often referred to as leaky gut, which allows unwanted substances to enter the bloodstream and trigger chronic systemic inflammation, a process termed inflammaging, and slowed gut motility, coupled with reduced digestive fluid secretion, contributing to chronic constipation, bloating, and indigestion, common and distressing issues in older adults. These alterations in the gut microbiome and digestive function can contribute to a wide range of common health problems in seniors, from impaired immune function, increasing infection risk, to chronic digestive disorders, poor nutrient absorption, and may even be linked to the development or progression of chronic diseases, like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and neurological disorders. So the big question is, can probiotics play an active role in reversing, slowing down, or mitigating these unfavorable changes, thereby improving the health and quality of life for older adults? This is what we will explore next. When discussing probiotics, it's crucial to remember that not all probiotic strains are the same, and their benefits are often highly specific to a particular strain dosage and the individual's health condition. This means that a probiotic strain highly effective for one purpose, e.g. reducing constipation, might have no effect on another health issue, e.g. boosting immunity. With this principle in mind, let's delve into what science has uncovered about probiotics and their impact on older adults. The area where probiotics have been most extensively studied and possess the strongest evidence is in improving digestive health. Constipation, a common and often debilitating issue for many seniors due to factors like low-fiber diets, inactivity, age-related slowed gut motility, and medication side effects, has shown promising responses to certain probiotic strains. Studies indicate that strains like Bifidobacterium lactis, DN173010, also known as Bifidus acta regularis, and Bifidobacterium lactis, HN019, may help increase stool frequency and improve stool consistency, making bowel movements easier and more regular. Lactobacillus reuteri DSM-17938 is also a promising strain in this regard. The mechanisms include enhancing gut motility, rebalancing gut bacteria, and producing short-chain fatty acids that can stimulate bowel movements and retain water in the stool, softening it. Another significant digestive concern for older adults is antibiotic-associated diarrhea (AAD) and C. difficile infection. Seniors frequently require antibiotics for infections which disrupt the gut microbiome and often lead to diarrhea. More alarmingly, this dysbiosis can create conditions for Clostridium difficile C. diff to overgrow, causing severe diarrhea colitis, and in some cases life-threatening complications, especially in frail seniors. There is strong evidence that probiotic strains, such as Saccharomyces boulardii and Lactobacillus rhamnosus GGLGG, are highly effective in preventing AAD and reducing the risk of recurrent C. diff infection. Reputable health organizations like the World Gastroenterology Organization, WGO, and the American Gastroenterological Association, AGA, have issued clear recommendations for the use of these probiotic strains in such contexts. Saccharomyces boulardii, being a yeast, is resistant to antibiotics and helps restore gut microbial balance by competing with C. diff and producing antitoxin factors. LGG also aids in maintaining the gut barrier and modulating immune responses. While irritable bowel syndrome (IBS) is more prevalent in younger individuals, it still affects a notable percentage of older adults, causing symptoms like abdominal pain, bloating, and altered bowel habits. Some multi-strain probiotics or specific single strains like Bifidobacterium bifidum MIMBB75 have shown efficacy in reducing the intensity and frequency of IBS symptoms, improving quality of life, likely by modulating gut function, reducing inflammation, and influencing gut-brain axis signaling. The immune system of older adults often weakens with age, a process known as immunosenescence. This makes seniors more susceptible to infections, e.g., common cold, flu, pneumonia, prolongs recovery times, and diminishes their response to vaccines. With approximately 70–80% of the body's immune cells residing in the gut microbiome plays a profoundly important role in maintaining and regulating immune function. Numerous studies indicate that probiotic supplementation can help reduce the frequency, duration, and severity of upper respiratory tract infections, e.g., common colds in older adults with strains like Lactobacillus rhamnosus HN001 and Bifidobacterium lactis BL04, showing promise in this regard. Some probiotics have even demonstrated the ability to improve the immune response to flu vaccines in older adults, meaning the body may produce more antibodies and maintain vaccine protection for a longer duration, thereby enhancing the effectiveness of vaccination programs. Bifidobacterium lactis HN019 is one such strain that has been studied for this capability. The mechanism involves probiotics directly interacting with immune cells in the gut lining, stimulating antibody production. IgA modulating the activity of other immune cells, e.g., T cells, B cells, NK cells, and helping to balance inflammatory responses. They can also increase the production of antimicrobial peptides and enhance gut barrier integrity, preventing pathogens from entering the body. Osteoporosis, characterized by decreased bone density and an increased risk of fractures, is a serious health concern in older adults, especially postmenopausal women. The connection between the gut and bones may seem unconventional, but it's an exciting and emerging field of research known as the gut-bone axis. The gut microbiome can influence bone metabolism through several pathways. Firstly, it affects the absorption of essential minerals for bones like calcium and magnesium. Secondly, gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, that can modulate the activity of bone-forming cells, osteoblasts, and bone-resorbing cells, osteoclasts. Thirdly, a dysbiotic gut microbiome can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation, contributing to bone loss and osteoporosis. Preliminary studies, primarily in animal models and some small human trials, have suggested that certain probiotic strains, e.g. Lactobacillus reuteri and Lactobacillus rhamnosus, may help improve bone density and reduce bone loss. However, it must be emphasized that this field is still in its early stages, and much more extensive long-term, well-controlled human studies are needed to clearly confirm this benefit and identify specific effective probiotic strains. Thus, currently, probiotics are not considered a primary treatment for osteoporosis. The gut-brain axis is a complex bidirectional communication pathway between the gut microbiome and the central nervous system. This has significant implications for mood, anxiety disorders, depression, and even cognitive function. In older adults, psychological issues and cognitive decline are major concerns. Some studies have indicated that probiotics may help improve mood and reduce symptoms of mild anxiety and depression in adults, including older adults. This could be related to the gut bacteria producing neurotransmitters like serotonin, a mood-affecting hormone predominantly produced in the gut, dopamine and GABA, or by reducing systemic inflammation that can impact brain function. Strains like Lactobacillus helveticus R052 and Bifidobacterium longum R0175 have been studied for their effects on mood. Regarding cognitive function in older adults, research is limited, but promising. Some small studies have suggested that probiotics might slightly improve cognitive scores, particularly in areas like memory and information processing, or reduce neuroinflammation, a factor believed to be linked to age-related cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Strains like Lactobacillus plantarum PES 128 and certain multi-strain combinations are being investigated for this potential. It's important to note that this is a rapidly developing area of research and strong claims should be approached with caution. Current studies are small and need to be replicated in larger, more robust clinical trials. Older adults are often at higher risk for metabolic conditions such as type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and high cholesterol. The gut microbiome is known to play a role in regulating glucose and lipid metabolism. Some studies have indicated that probiotics can influence glucose and lipid metabolism, potentially helping to improve insulin sensitivity, making the body more efficient at using insulin to regulate blood sugar and reduce cholesterol levels, especially bad LDL cholesterol in certain populations. This benefit might be indirect through mechanisms such as reducing systemic inflammation, improving gut barrier function, and modulating the absorption of fats and sugars from the gut. However, direct and robust evidence specifically for older adults in the context of metabolic diseases is still under investigation and not yet sufficient to make general recommendations. Results often vary depending on the specific probiotic strain dosage and individual patient characteristics. In summary, based on current scientific evidence, the strongest and most confirmed benefits of probiotics for older adults lie in improving digestive health, particularly in alleviating functional constipation and preventing antibiotic-associated diarrhea, or recurrent C. difficile infection. Additionally, probiotics show a significant role in supporting and enhancing the immune system, potentially making seniors less prone to infections and improving their response to vaccines. Other benefits such as bone health, cognitive function, and metabolic health show promising potential, but require more extensive and well-controlled research for definitive confirmation. It's crucial not to expect probiotics to be a miracle solution for all health issues in older adults, but rather to view them as a valuable supportive tool when used intelligently and evidence-based. While probiotics offer promise and have demonstrated benefits in certain specific cases, it's crucial to adopt a balanced perspective and understand their limitations. Probiotics are not a cure-all pill and are not always suitable or effective for everyone. One of the most critical points to remember is strain specificity and dosage. As previously mentioned, the benefits of probiotics are highly specific to individual strains. This means that one lactobacillus strain does not necessarily have the same effect as another bifidobacterium strain, and even between different lactobacillus strains, e.g., L. acidophilus versus L. rhamnosus, GG. The effects can be entirely different. For example, a probiotic strain proven to relieve constipation might have no effect on the immune system or anxiety. This complexity poses a significant challenge for consumers. The market is saturated with probiotic products containing countless different strains and combinations, but not all of them have been rigorously studied or have specific scientific evidence to support their claimed benefits. Dosage measured in CFU colony-forming units, which represents the number of live and active bacteria per dose, is also very important. A product with too few live bacteria will not deliver the desired effect. Furthermore, each person possesses a unique gut microbiome akin to a personal fingerprint. This individuality arises from countless influencing factors, including daily diet, lifestyle, environment, overall health status, medications being taken, especially antibiotics, and stomach acid blockers, medical history, and even genetics. Due to this variability, probiotics can act very differently from one person to another. What works exceptionally well for one individual might have no effect or even cause mild side effects in another. This explains why some people experience noticeable improvements with probiotics, while others perceive no difference at all. Currently, science cannot precisely predict which probiotic strain will be most effective for a specific individual based on their gut microbial profile. Choices are often based on general evidence from clinical trials and sometimes individual trial and error. In many countries, including the United States, probiotics are regulated as dietary supplements, not drugs. This distinction has significant implications for regulation and quality. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs, probiotic manufacturers are not required to undergo rigorous clinical trials to prove their safety and efficacy before products are released to the market. This means product quality may not be as strictly controlled as pharmaceuticals. Alarmingly, independent studies have repeatedly shown that many probiotic products on the market do not contain the precise number or strains of bacteria listed on their labels. Some may even contain unidentified strains, contaminants, or no live bacteria at all by the expiration date. This makes selecting a reliable product incredibly challenging for consumers. Proper storage is another concern. Live bacteria in probiotics are highly sensitive to temperature, humidity, and light. If a product is not manufactured, transported, and stored correctly, for example, a product requiring refrigeration is left at room temperature for extended periods, the beneficial bacteria can die before consumption, rendering the product useless. For most supplemental probiotics, their benefits typically only last as long as you continue taking them. This is because the bacteria in probiotic supplements usually do not colonize the gut permanently, but merely visit temporarily and perform their functions. Once you stop taking them, your gut microbiome tends to gradually revert to its previous state. This means that probiotic use often requires a long-term commitment to maintain any achieved benefits, which can become a financial burden and a compliance challenge. Quality probiotic products, especially those containing well-researched strains and verified by third-party testing, can be quite expensive. If continuous use is required to maintain benefits, the cumulative cost can become a significant financial strain, especially for seniors on fixed incomes or those managing numerous other medications and healthcare services. This underscores the importance of carefully weighing benefits against costs before deciding on probiotic use. While probiotics are generally considered safe for most healthy individuals, older adults, especially those with specific health conditions or who are taking certain medications, need to exercise greater caution. Understanding potential side effects and contraindications is paramount to avoid unnecessary risks. The most common side effects when beginning probiotic use are usually mild and transient, indicating that the gut microbiome is adjusting to the new bacteria. These include bloating, gas, and mild abdominal discomfort, especially in the first few days or weeks, typically resolving as the body adapts. Some individuals may experience mild stomach upset or cramping initially. To minimize these side effects, it's often recommended to start with a lower dose and gradually increase it. However, certain groups of older adults should be extremely cautious or avoid probiotics altogether, and their use in these cases should be strictly supervised by a doctor or may even be contraindicated. This includes individuals with severely weakened immune systems, such as cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy, or radiation-severe HIV/AIDS patients, organ transplant recipients on strong immunosuppressants, or those with severe autoimmune diseases. In these rare but serious cases, the beneficial bacteria in probiotics could potentially enter the bloodstream, causing a severe systemic infection, sepsis, which can be life-threatening. This occurs when the gut barrier is compromised, or the immune system is unable to control bacteria that translocate. Individuals with serious underlying medical conditions such as severe acute pancreatitis, short bowel syndrome, which can lead to small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO potentially worsened by probiotics, or those with central venous catheters are also at higher risk. Similarly, patients who have recently undergone major surgery, particularly abdominal or gastrointestinal surgery, may have an incompletely healed gut barrier, increasing the risk of bacterial translocation. For these high-risk groups, probiotic use should only be undertaken under strict medical supervision from a doctor. Regarding drug interactions, older adults often take multiple medications simultaneously. Polypharmacy, increasing the risk of drug interactions, and probiotics are no exception. Antibiotics are designed to kill bacteria, and they will kill beneficial bacteria in probiotics. If you are taking antibiotics, it's advisable to take probiotics at least 2-3 hours apart, e.g., antibiotics in the morning and evening, probiotics at midday, to maximize the survival and effectiveness of the probiotic bacteria. Immunosuppressants, as mentioned, can interact unfavorably with probiotics, increasing the risk of infection in patients with drug-compromised immune systems. Antifungal medications might also reduce the effectiveness of yeast-based probiotics, e.g. Saccharomyces boulardii. This is the most critical and overarching piece of advice: never self-prescribe probiotics, especially if you are an older adult, have any underlying health conditions, or are taking multiple medications. Your doctor has a comprehensive understanding of your medical history, current health status, and all medications you are taking. They can help determine if probiotics are suitable, necessary, and safe for you. They can advise on the appropriate strain and dosage for your specific health goals, consider potential drug interactions, and help rule out other serious conditions that might be causing similar digestive symptoms. Your doctor can also monitor your response to probiotics and adjust the dosage or type if needed, ensuring optimal efficacy and safety. In summary, while probiotics hold potential to improve gut health and immunity for many older adults, their use must be approached cautiously, intelligently, and always under the guidance of a healthcare professional. If after consulting your doctor and receiving appropriate advice, you decide that probiotics could be a beneficial addition to your or your loved one's health regimen, selecting a quality product from the myriad options on the market is a crucial step. The lack of strict regulation for dietary supplements means you need to be an informed and proactive consumer. First, identify your specific goal. Reiterate the golden rule of strain. Specificity. Probiotics are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Before purchasing, ask yourself, what do I want the probiotic to do? For instance, if you want to alleviate functional constipation, look for strains proven effective for this purpose, such as Bifidobacterium lactis, HN019, or DN173010. If you're aiming to prevent antibiotic-associated diarrhea or recurrent C. diff infection strains like Saccharomyces boulardii or Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG/LGG are top choices recommended by health organizations. If your goal is general immune support, certain Bifidobacterium lactis or Lactobacillus rhamnosus strains might be beneficial, but specific research should be reviewed. Clearly defining your objective will help narrow down your choices to products with the most relevant bacterial strains. Always pay attention to the specific strain. When reading product labels, don't just look for generic names like Lactobacillus or Bifidobacterium. This is like saying tree without specifying whether it's an apple tree or an oak tree. Each has distinct properties. A quality product will list the full and specific strain name, for example, Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG, not just Lactobacillus rhamnosus or Bifidobacterium lactis HN019. Researchers use these full strain names to identify their specific effects and clinical efficacy. If a product label only lists generic names, it's likely that the strain has not been thoroughly researched or lacks specific scientific evidence. Also verify the availability of the strain and that its name is internationally recognized. Next, read the CFU colony forming units count. CFU measures the number of live and active bacteria in each probiotic dose. Recommended ranges typically vary from 1 billion to 100 billion CFU per dose. For most general health purposes, a dose of 1 to 10 billion CFU is often sufficient. However, some specific conditions, e.g., preventing antibiotic-associated diarrhea, may require higher doses, e.g., 20-50 billion CFU. A critical point is that the product must guarantee the listed CFU count represents the number of live bacteria at the time of expiration, not just at the time of manufacture. Since live bacteria can die over time, some less reputable manufacturers might list a high initial CFU count, but the actual count by the time it reaches the consumer could be significantly lower. Look for labels that explicitly state, guaranteed live cultures until expiration. Look for scientific evidence supporting the product. Prioritize products whose probiotic strains have been specifically studied in human clinical trials, especially in a similar age group or for the health condition you wish to address. Reputable manufacturers will often make this research publicly available on their websites or in product literature. Be wary of exaggerated claims. If a product makes overly general, too good to be true claims or lacks specific scientific evidence to back them up, proceed with caution. Claims like boosts overall health, without specifying mechanisms or particular strains, are often a red flag for a lack of evidence. Because probiotics are less regulated than pharmaceutical drugs, third-party certification is extremely important to verify the quality, purity, and bacterial count. In the U.S., look for certification labels from reputable organizations such as USP United States Pharmacopeia, which sets quality standards and tests supplements to ensure they contain the right ingredients and amounts are free of contaminants and are properly absorbed. NSF International, which certifies supplements for quality, safety, and ingredient content. And ConsumerLab.com, an independent organization that tests and reviews supplements including probiotics, and publishes results for consumers. These certification seals on product packaging indicate that the product has undergone rigorous independent testing, providing greater assurance of its quality and reliability. Consider storage requirements, as live bacteria need proper storage to maintain viability. Some probiotics, especially temperature-sensitive strains, require refrigeration. If you choose this type, ensure you can store them correctly even during purchase and transport. Other types are formulated to be shelf-stable, e.g. through freeze-drying or special coatings, and can survive at room temperature for extended periods without refrigeration. This type may be more convenient for daily use and travel. Always follow the storage instructions on the product label. Finally, read the full ingredient label. If you or your loved one has a history of allergies or intolerances, e.g., lactose, gluten, soy eggs, carefully check the label to ensure it doesn't contain potential allergens. Also, avoid products with excessive fillers, artificial colors, artificial flavors, or unnecessary preservatives. Investing the time to research and select a high-quality probiotic product that aligns with your specific needs and is recommended by your doctor will be crucial for the efficacy and safety of this supplementation for older adults. While probiotic supplements have their place and importance in certain situations, never underestimate the power of your daily diet. Prioritizing whole foods is the most effective and natural way to nourish a healthy gut microbiome. Let's explore probiotic-rich foods and prebiotic-rich foods, as well as their optimal combination. Probiotic-rich foods are fermented foods that naturally contain live beneficial microorganisms. They not only provide probiotics, but are also rich sources of nutrients offering a wide array of health benefits beyond just gut support. Yogurt is perhaps the most common and accessible source of probiotics. Opt for plain unsweetened yogurt labeled live and active cultures to ensure it contains beneficial probiotic strains like Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Streptococcus, Thermophilus, and sometimes Lactobacillus acidophilus or Bifidobacterium. Yogurt is an excellent source of calcium and protein, both vital for seniors. Kefir is a tart fermented milk drink with a thinner consistency than yogurt made by fermenting milk with kefir grains, a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Kefir typically contains a more diverse range of bacterial and yeast strains than yogurt, offering broader benefits to the gut microbiome, and is also a good source of calcium, protein, and B vitamins. Sauerkraut, which is finely shredded cabbage naturally fermented by lactic acid bacteria, is rich in fiber, vitamins C and K, and iron. It's important to choose unpasteurized sauerkraut, usually found in the refrigerated section, as heat pasteurization kills the beneficial live bacteria. Kimchi, a spicy Korean traditional dish made from fermented Napa cabbage and other vegetables with a seasoning mixture, is an excellent source of Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium strains, along with vitamins and antioxidants. Kombucha, a fermented tea beverage with a sweet, sour, and slightly effervescent taste, is produced by fermenting sweetened tea with a SCOBY symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, and contains various organic acids, enzymes, and some probiotic strains. Miso, a traditional Japanese seasoning made from fermented soybeans, sometimes with rice or barley with koji mold, is widely used in miso soup and other dishes, serving as an excellent probiotic source and rich in protein. Tempeh, a fermented soybean product originating from Indonesia, often used as a meat substitute, has a firm textured nutty flavor and is rich in protein, fiber, and beneficial bacteria from the fermentation process. Lastly, naturally fermented pickles. Cucumbers brined and fermented contain probiotics, unlike most commercial pickles, which are vinegar brined and pasteurized, thus lacking live bacteria. Look for fermented pickles, or lacto-fermented pickles, in the refrigerated section of your grocery store. To ensure you're getting live beneficial bacteria from these foods, consume them raw or only lightly warmed, as heating or pasteurization will kill the living microorganisms. Prebiotic-rich foods are not live bacteria themselves. Instead, they are types of non-digestible dietary fiber, often complex carbohydrates like fructans and galacto-oligosaccharides, that act as selective food for the beneficial bacteria already present in your gut. They help nourish, stimulate the growth, and enhance the activity of good bacterial strains, thereby naturally fostering a healthy gut microbiome. Excellent sources of prebiotics include onions and garlic, both rich in fructans. Asparagus containing inulin, a type of prebiotic that helps nourish bifidobacterium. Bananas, especially slightly green or unripe ones, which contain resistant starch that acts as a prebiotic. Oats, a good source of soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucans, with prebiotic effects. Apples containing pectin, a soluble fiber that acts as a prebiotic, nourishing beneficial bacteria and producing short-chain fatty acids. Chicory root, very rich in inulin, and often used as a coffee substitute or natural sweetener. Artichokes, both globe and Jerusalem artichokes, which contain inulin and fructans. Sweet potatoes containing resistant starch, especially when cooked and cooled. Lentils and other legumes, rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, providing ample food for gut bacteria. And various berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, which contain fiber and polyphenols that also have prebiotic effects. A diverse diet rich in fiber from a variety of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes will provide sufficient prebiotics to naturally nourish a healthy gut microbiome. For older adults, increasing fiber intake from whole foods also helps prevent constipation and maintain bowel regularity. When you combine probiotic-rich foods with prebiotic-rich foods, you create a perfect partnership known as a symbiotic. Prebiotics serve as special food for beneficial bacteria, helping them to thrive, multiply, and function more effectively in the gut. Examples of natural symbiotics include eating yogurt, probiotic with some banana prebiotic or oats prebiotic. This combination is believed to optimize the effects of both probiotics and prebiotics, leading to greater benefits for gut health and overall well-being. Some dietary supplements are also formulated as symbiotics, containing both probiotics and prebiotics. Integrating probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods into your daily diet is not only a natural way to support gut health, but also provides a wide array of other essential nutrients contributing to overall health and enhancing the quality of life for older adults. While probiotic supplements and the consumption of probiotic, prebiotic-rich foods are crucial elements, a truly healthy gut microbiome and an efficiently functioning gut cannot rely solely on one or two isolated factors. It is built upon a foundation of a comprehensive and healthy lifestyle. For older adults, maintaining a balanced lifestyle becomes even more critical to support gut health and overall well-being as the body undergoes natural aging processes. A diverse and balanced diet is paramount. Instead of focusing on just a few superfoods, strive to eat a wide variety of different foods from all food groups. A diverse diet will provide a broad spectrum of fibers, vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, thereby nourishing a more diverse gut microbiome. Microbial diversity is a key indicator of a healthy and resilient gut. The Mediterranean diet pattern is widely recommended by many health and nutrition experts for its immense benefits for cardiovascular health, brain health, and gut health. This diet is rich in fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, extra virgin olive oil, and fish, while limiting red meat, processed meats, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. It's an excellent dietary model for providing sufficient fiber and essential nutrients to nourish beneficial gut bacteria. Conversely, limiting processed foods, added sugars, and unhealthy fats is crucial, as these can negatively alter the gut microbiome, promoting the growth of harmful bacteria and inflammation. Staying adequately hydrated is essential for most bodily functions, and particularly important for the digestive system. Water helps soften stool and maintain healthy bowel movements, thereby preventing or alleviating constipation, a very common problem in older adults. When the body is dehydrated, the large intestine absorbs water from the stool, making it hard and difficult to pass. Water also plays a role in nutrient absorption and waste elimination. Ensure older adults drink an adequate amount of water throughout the day, approximately 6 to 8 glasses of water or other fluids, unless medically advised otherwise. Regular physical activity is not only beneficial for cardiovascular health, muscles, and bones, but also positively impacts gut health. Exercise helps stimulate the muscles in the digestive tract, promoting gut motility, which aids in the smooth movement of food and waste through the digestive system, thereby reducing the risk of constipation. Some studies suggest that regular physical activity can increase the diversity and abundance of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Exercise is also an effective way to manage stress, a factor that can negatively affect gut health through the gut-brain axis. Even gentle activities like daily walking, yoga, or in-place exercises can make a significant difference for the gut health and overall well-being of older adults. Managing stress is vital, as chronic stress can negatively impact the gut microbiome and digestive function through the gut-brain axis. When we are stressed, the body releases hormones that can alter gut bacterial composition, increase gut permeability, and affect gut motility, leading to symptoms like abdominal pain, diarrhea, or constipation. Finding and practicing stress management techniques is crucial. This can include meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, pursuing personal hobbies, spending quality time with friends and family, or seeking support from a mental health professional if needed. Getting enough quality sleep is important for overall health, including gut health. Poor or insufficient sleep can disrupt the body's circadian rhythm and affect the balance of the gut microbiome. Establish healthy sleep habits. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Ensure a comfortable, dark, and quiet sleep environment. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening. Lastly, limit unnecessary antibiotic use. Antibiotics are life-saving medications indispensable in modern medicine. However, they are powerful drugs that must be used cautiously. Antibiotics kill not only harmful disease-causing bacteria, but also beneficial bacteria in the gut, causing significant imbalanced dysbiosis that can take considerable time to recover from. Only use antibiotics when prescribed by a doctor and adhere strictly to the prescribed dosage and duration of treatment, even if you feel better. Stopping early can lead to antibiotic resistance and recurrent infections. Discuss any concerns about antibiotic use or their effects on the gut with your doctor to explore appropriate options and supportive measures. By adopting a holistic approach, combining intelligent dietary choices, regular physical activity, stress management, adequate sleep, and cautious medication, older adults can build and maintain a healthy gut microbiome, thereby significantly improving their overall health and enhancing their quality of life. Probiotics can be a useful part of this equation, but they work most effectively when supported by a foundation of healthy lifestyle choices. We have journeyed through a comprehensive exploration of the truth about probiotics. Are they really good for seniors? From fundamental concepts of the gut microbiome to specific scientific evidence of potential benefits, the limitations to recognize safety considerations, and finally how to choose quality products along with supportive lifestyle factors. Let's summarize the key points discussed. Probiotics are live beneficial microorganisms that can confer specific health benefits when consumed correctly. The gut microbiome of older adults tends to change, becoming less diverse and potentially imbalanced, which can contribute to many common health issues in old age, from digestive disorders to immune decline and chronic diseases. The strongest scientific evidence suggests that probiotics are beneficial for seniors, primarily in improving digestive health, specifically in alleviating functional constipation and preventing antibiotic-associated diarrhea or recurrent Clostridium difficile infection. Additionally, probiotics show a significant role in supporting and enhancing the immune system, helping older adults resist common infections and improving vaccine response. Other benefits, such as bone health, cognitive function, and metabolic health, show promising potential, but require more extensive and well-controlled human studies for definitive confirmation. It is critically important to acknowledge strain specificity and dosage. Not all probiotics are the same. Their benefits depend on the specific strain that has been researched. Selecting a product based only on the generic name of the bacteria is insufficient. Caution is essential regarding safety concerns for seniors with severely compromised immune systems, serious underlying health conditions, or those who have recently undergone major surgery, as the risk of infection may increase. There is currently a lack of strict regulation for probiotic products classified as dietary supplements, leading to quality issues, inaccurate labeling, and concerns about bacterial viability. Therefore, consumers need to be very careful when choosing. The most important piece of advice throughout this discussion is to always consult with your doctor or a healthcare professional before starting any supplement regimen, especially if you are an older adult, have any underlying health conditions, or are taking multiple medications. Your doctor can provide personalized advice, consider potential drug interactions, and help you make the safest and most effective decisions. Finally, never underestimate the power of probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, fermented vegetables, bananas, oats, combined with maintaining a holistic, healthy lifestyle. A diverse, fiber-rich diet, adequate hydration, regular physical activity, stress management, and sufficient sleep are the strongest foundations for a healthy gut microbiome and overall well-being in old age. Probiotics are not a miracle cure or a singular solution for all age-related health issues. However, when used purposefully based on scientific evidence and under the guidance of a healthcare professional, they can be a valuable tool in the health toolkit for some older adults. They can help address specific digestive problems, bolster immunity, and potentially contribute to other aspects of health, thereby enhancing quality of life and helping seniors enjoy their golden years more healthily and fully. Always be an informed consumer, ask questions, seek information from reliable sources, and most importantly, listen to your body and consult with experts. Health is our most precious asset, and proactively caring for it with scientific insight will yield valuable rewards. We hope this detailed discussion has provided you with the necessary information to make the most informed decisions for yourself and your loved ones.